Hello and welcome back to Grind and Grow. What if I told you the quietest person in the room is usually the most powerful? That the one who isn't fighting for attention, isn't flooding social media with noise, isn't trying to prove themselves every second, might just be the one who's winning in life. Silence doesn't mean you're disconnected. Silence doesn't mean you're weak. Silence means you're calculating. It means you're thinking. It means you're thriving on a different level. Before we dive deep, I want you to hit that subscribe button right now because this channel, Grind and Grow, isn't about surface-level hype. It's about evolving. It's about growing into the strongest version of yourself. And silence, my friend, is one of the most underrated superpowers you'll ever develop. We live in the noisiest era of human history. Think about it. Social media, non-stop news, endless notifications, everyone is shouting for attention. Everyone wants to be heard, liked, validated. But here's the truth. Being loud doesn't mean you're leading. In fact, the more people shout, the less they're actually saying. Psychologists call this social overcompensation, when people fill silence with noise to cover insecurity. It's why you see folks arguing online for hours about things that don't matter, while their real-life goals are untouched. Meanwhile, the silent observer is learning, analyzing, and plotting their next move. Silence isn't passive. It's active strategy. It's not about hiding, it's about choosing when to strike. Picture a poker game. The loud player brags, laughs, throws chips aggressively. The silent player? Calm. Eyes steady. Calculating odds. And more often than not, that silent player walks away with the pot. This is what being silent in life looks like. You're not uninvolved, you're just strategic. You're not reacting emotionally to every situation. You're choosing your words carefully, making them count. And when you do speak, people lean in, because your silence has already created weight around your presence. Silence gives you clarity. It slows the chaos, filters the noise, and gives you space to actually think. It sharpens your intuition. When you stop filling every gap with words, you begin noticing details others miss. Tone, body language, hidden intentions. Silence makes you a better listener. And listeners become leaders. People open up to silent types because silence feels safe. And the more people reveal, the more knowledge you gain. Knowledge in today's economy is leverage. Silence builds discipline. You're not reacting to every trigger, not wasting energy in meaningless drama. You're conserving energy for the things that actually matter. That's why silent individuals often outperform. They don't scatter their energy across distractions. But let's keep it real. Silence isn't always perfect. It can be misunderstood. Some may assume you're arrogant, shy, or insecure. Others may try to talk over you, underestimate you, or mistake your calmness for weakness. That's why silence needs balance. Being silent doesn't mean you never speak. It means you know when to speak. You use silence as a tool, not as a prison. And when the moment comes, you speak with precision and confidence. Think about it. A student in class, quietly listening, often outperforms the one always interrupting with half-formed thoughts. A parent who pauses in silence before responding to a child diffuses conflict, teaching patience and emotional intelligence. A professional in a meeting, listening while others argue, then delivering one solution that ends the debate, becomes the person everyone respects. A leader who doesn't yell commands but leads by example earns loyalty, not fear. And then there's social media. We've all seen the big personalities online. Some creators succeed by being loud, flashy, and constantly on. And sure, that style works for certain audiences. But here's the other side. Many creators grow quietly, steadily, and authentically. They don't always show off or shout for attention, but they focus on real connection and valuable content. These are the storytellers, the educators, the motivators, the ones who may not look the loudest, but they're the ones building loyal communities and sustainable income. The lesson? Whether you're loud or quiet, it's not the volume that wins. It's the value. And often, those who let silence, patience, and substance lead the way are the ones who last the longest in this digital game. In today's digital world, silence doesn't mean invisibility. It means mystery. It means authenticity. And mystery always pulls more curiosity than flexing ever will. Silence isn't the absence of involvement. It's the proof of presence. You're there, you're tuned in, you're engaged, but you're not wasting energy proving it. Carl Jung once said, "In quietness, the soul finds its path," and science backs this up. Studies show silence reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and rewires neural pathways to improve memory and focus. Neuroscientists found that 2 hours of silence per day literally creates new brain cells in the hippocampus, the area tied to learning. In other words, silence doesn't just make you seem smart, it actually makes you smarter. On a deeper level, silence activates what psychologists call metacognition, thinking about thinking. Silent individuals analyze not just the world but themselves. That self-awareness is what creates growth, wisdom, and resilience. Here's the part that should hit hard. In 2025 and going forward, silence is the new flex. Think about it. We've seen people crash and burn online because they couldn't stop talking, couldn't stop reacting. Careers ended in a tweet. Reputations destroyed in a rant. Meanwhile, the ones playing the long game, the quiet movers, they're thriving. They're building empires while others are stuck in comment wars. Modern slang calls it moving in silence. Results first, talk later. It's not just a vibe, it's a survival tactic. In a world addicted to oversharing, mystery is magnetic. You don't need to announce every goal you're chasing. Work in silence, then let success make the noise. You don't need to respond to every negative comment online. Sometimes the best response is no response. You don't need to argue with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Silence is the ultimate clapback. Experts in leadership and psychology suggest practicing intentional silence daily. Here's how. 1. Schedule time to unplug. No music, no scrolling, just stillness. 2. Listen more in conversations. Instead of preparing your reply, actually absorb what's being said. 3. Count to 3 before reacting. This micro moment of silence can save relationships, careers, and peace of mind. 4. Journal your silent thoughts. The things you'd normally rush past become insights when written down. 5. Reframe silence as confidence. When you don't rush to fill the air, you show you're secure with yourself. So next time someone asks, "Why are you so quiet?" smile. Because being silent means you're playing a higher game. You're not out of the conversation, you're above it. You're not uninvolved, you're deeply present. You're not weak, you're powerful beyond measure. Silence doesn't mean you're hiding. Silence means you're thriving. It's the sign of a thinker, a leader, and a winner in a noisy world. If this video hit home, drop a comment right now saying, "Silence is power." Share this with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe. Because here on Grind and Grow, we don't just grind, we evolve.